Nitzavim-Vayelech Shlishi. It says, "V'nosan Hashem lekechas kol ha'olos ha'ela aleivecha." Hashem will put all the klolos that He said on your enemies. V'alseinecha asher dofucha. V'ata toshuv, and you'll do tshuva and listen to the words of Hashem. I'm saying, why is this all or nothing? Why can't it be that Hashem will take the klolos away from you? And zeh, why does it have to go somewhere? So the Zohar Kodesh says that midas hadin, after it was like once the sword came out of the sheath, it doesn't go back until blood is spilled. So that's why before there's a gzeira, a person can do tshuva and nothing happens. But after there's already a gzeira, it can return empty-handed. So they say, b'shem, one of the bells of the Rabbi says, V'al-chatom sh'anu chayovim aleim chatas. He says, what we're saying is that V'al-chatom sh'anu chayovim aleim, and the sins that we're chayiv, aleim chatas. If chas v'sholom, it's already after the gzeira, and now we're doing tshuva, so aleim, you could send it on them, but it's not going to go back empty-handed. They say also Rabbi ben Daisa, when people would come to him and ask him to daven for someone who was a chayla, he would say zeh chai v'zeh meis. So we learned the Gemara to be, sometimes he would say zeh chai, sometimes he would say zeh meis. But the Sforim say no, that if it was after the gzeira that this chayla that he was davening for was supposed to die, so he would say zeh chai v'zeh meis, he would give midas adin someone else instead. Let's say Russia or something, whatever, in place of the person that was supposed to die, because midas adin doesn't return empty-handed. So it could be that's hinted to over here. Hashem will take the klolos off of you, and He'll put them on your enemies. Why? V'ata tosha, because you did tshuva, but it was after already the gzeira. But the bottom line is that tshuva always works. Then if you go to Pasuk Yiralef Yud Beis, it says that the Torah is leba shamayim, leimar mi yala lanu hashamayim, who will go up to the heaven, v'kachel lanu. So it reminds me, I saw once a story that the Kotzker Rebbe, he had a childhood friend. They both were Isaac and Avodas Hashem. And they met up later in life. So he asked the Kotzker Rebbe, he said, I don't understand, how did you become a Rebbe? You're Pele Yeshua, he's a Baal Moifis, Talmud Chacham, Tzaddik, and such a Yerei Shamayim and me. Nothing became of me. So he told him, he said that the truth of the matter is, for everybody, it's impossible, right? But me, I decided that I need to get up to heaven. So I'm going to jump. And I jumped, and you also jumped. And then after a few times you gave up, you realized this is insanity. And I kept jumping. And finally, after years and years of jumping and falling back down, they had Rachmanas on me, and a hand came down and picked me up. So that's alluded to over here also. Mi alanu hashamayim is that it appears like that. Rashi says that even though it's not in Shamayim, but if it was, you would have to go up and get it. So what does that mean? So it could be, it means that the way it appears, how attainable it is. That sometimes you're asked to do something, it looks like you're being asked to climb to the moon. The answer is you do what's mutal alecha, b'achrayuscha, what you're able to do, and Hashem eventually will have rachmanas and do it. And that's why it says Yagato Matzasa. Why Matzasa? If you work, you'll find. Why is it called to find? If you work, you earned it. The answer is it's always, at the end of the day, it's always a Matziyah. It's like you found something. It's like it was a lost object that you found. Why? Because you really didn't earn anything. Hashem sees you putting in the effort. At the end he has rachmanas on you. Moshe Rabbeinu, he went up to Har Sinai to get the Torah. He was working. And he was forgetting. It's impossible to learn the whole Torah. But that's why it's called Matan Torah. You get it as a matana. Why? Because he tried. Everything is like that. That this is the Torah, tshuva, is very close to you. In your mouth and in your heart to do. So there's three things over here. Machshava, dibra, maisa. But it seems out of order because first it says beficha, your mouth, then b'vavcha is machshava, and then la'asaisa is maisa. So why is that? So I saw b'shem, he writes in the Hakdama to the Shals of Chuvas Chavatzel's Hasharim, b'shem, I think, Rabbi Socher Doiv of Bells, and this is also the sheet of Rabbi Victor Miller, that even if you're not holding somewhere, but if you say it, for example, you want to attain Avas Hashem, you want to love Hashem. To love Hashem, it's not a simple thing, right? But if you say it every day, you say, Hashem, I love you. Hashem, I love you. If you say it enough, and you try to have thought, eventually you'll get there. If you don't say it, you'll never get there. You don't wake up one day with Avas Hashem. So it could be that's why the Torah put beficha first, beficha b'lvavcha l'asayisay, that even if it doesn't start b'leif, if it starts only in the peh, but eventually it'll go from the peh to the leif, and then you'll be oyev Hashem. That takes us till Revi.